So we'll start with our course, 25th batch on epidemiology, statistics, and research methods. So it will be better if everyone can introduce themselves. And I start with myself. I'm Dr. Rajesh Mehta. Uh, I have been studying this subject for last 44 years and almost teaching for more than 40 years by now. I retired as the Dean of a medical college, GMS Medical College, Seoul, Ahmedabad, and I'm a professor in community medicine. And uh, right now, I'm working for a virtual medical college, uh, just to strengthen the medical education in India. This is a subject of interest for me, statistics epidemiology. I request the rest of the participants to introduce themselves. I think Dr. Shaini can introduce first.
Sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah,
And hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Shaini Matthew. I have completed my MBBS and now MD in forensic medicine, and currently I'm working with the Kamneni Medical Institute in Hyderabad. So, I'm looking forward to study a lot from you, sir. Thank you.
welcome. Anita Pallat.
Good evening, sir. I'm Anita Palat. I'm training as a pediatric oncology resident in Tata Memorial Hospital, Mumbai.
Good. Rahul. Rahul, can you introduce yourself? Till then, Suchi, can you introduce yourself?
Uh, yes. Hello, sir. I'm Suchi Morabia, second year MBBS student in the Swaminarayan Institute of Medical Science and Research.
Now, can we hear from Rahul? Anyway, so the interactive sessions will be more useful to you people. I'll be sharing you all the material within the next 1 or 2 days. And as per your pace of study, you can study that. Here, whenever I teach something, the purpose is understand properly so that you can teach others. Suchi can teach rest of the students, colleagues, etc. The resident doctor can also teach colleagues, and naturally, Dr. Shaini will be able to teach UG students also, irrespective of the faculty or even medicine or engineering, any branch, people can learn this. The basic purpose of the uh, st- teaching these modules is to develop the critical thinking and applying this knowledge in day-to-day life. In India, we have a lot of data, but very little research. Research papers may be too many, but not the exact research which should be applicable to the field level. So I'm starting with uh, some innovative ideas, projects, etc. So that once that is over, we'll go to the core subject, uh, and the the subject epidemiology, statistics, and research. All the three are so interesting that you will fall in love with the subjects. They are very easy. There is nothing a single thing in this basic statistics, basic epidemiology, which is difficult. We are not talking about the much advanced and complex things. Simple in a single day, if you want to do some research study. Nowadays, it is easy because of the Google form or online forms, etc. It was not that easy in our days. Still, we were doing a lot of hard work, etc. Now people can do smart work and finish your research much earlier. But then the truth we need to find out. So, such a lot of fake data are there, and it's difficult to find out which one is true. So, if you have learned the technique of statistics and research, probably by looking at the data, sometimes you can find out this paper might be fake. If provided you have the raw data with you. And the purpose of virtual medical college, the best teachers of the world can come to a platform, and the medical students, teachers, faculty, whosoever wants to learn, they can learn. People like me, I'm 63 years old, and so many changes are there in the field of medical. If I want to learn something about oncology, something about pediatrics, or something about forensic medicine, there is a platform whereby you can find out the latest thing and the real thing. The Google search may give you thousands of things, but the true picture, for that we are a combination of various speciality, and together we want to develop a database which is true and helpful to the people. Now, there are four fields in innovation: medical field and health field. So, when you want to do some innovation, you should generally have some problem on hand. And even if not a problem, there's just thinking. You should have a time to think. That is the first requirement. And that's why to get a time to think, we should prepare a schedule whereby you have some time for meditation in life and some free time to think over something new. If not daily, at least once a week or so. I want to develop something new thing today. And the projects means you have some kind of the objective with which you want to move ahead. And innovative things, you have something new in the mind. While in projects, you have a solution with you and you want to apply and take to the people. See, I will be talking about some innovation about the nutritions. Today, it says that Gujarat, in spite of a lot of money and a lot of richness, people are having the lot of malnutrition also. So if you have enough money, that doesn't mean that it will have a good health. That is a clear-cut example of Gujarat. So in case of, I'm talking about anemia. This is just to narrate that critical thinking. When I was practicing, there was a difficulty in completing treatment of anemic patient. They take a treatment for 1 week, 2 weeks because of iron folic. They feel good and then they drop the medicines. So I started using a mirror and comparing my tongue and their tongue so that they can understand what should be the color of the tongue. Right? But then in this case, every health worker may not have such a good hemoglobin. They might have their own hemoglobin level low. So how do they can use it? Right? So what we took we took a lot of photographs, and then photographs were applied surrounding, and in middle was the mirror, so that they can compare whether the hemoglobin is good or not. We call it the instrument is the mukta. Anemia mukta means you make yourself free from the anemia. Am is multi-purpose. You can use various uses. Universal applicable all over the world. You can make it applicable. It can share the knowledge. Is very attractive, and the we have by now 1.25 lakh places are using this instrument, and crores of people have used it. Treatment tracker. That means you can notice the progress also, that whether anemia is improving or not without taking the blood. And A is affordable buyer. It's such a low cost, 50 rupees. Even the school wants to check the anemia status of 1,000 children. 50 rupees instrument without giving a prick. You can measure them. Why I'm using this innovation? Because when you apply your research method, it should be something which is useful to the large number of population and very affordable, right? And this is a one example. Instead of a tongue photographs, you can have the rows also so that it can be displayed everywhere in the shop and the atta meal, etc. Also, the details is written how anemia occurs, what are the treatment, what are the causes, all this thing is written. And this instrument is very low cost and you need not take a blood and a lot of advantages, right? So these small research can also be conducted. For example, you take a use of this poster and measure which is a grade 1, 2, 3, 4 like this, and then take a compare with the hemoglobin, and you need to find out concordance. In that, you require knowledge of statistics. Thousands of people are using all over the world. Now, ultimately, when you learn this statistics, epidemiology, etc., the purpose should be increasing peace and happiness in the world. So, suppose if you want to find out which medicine is better, in that the purpose is with a low cost or even if the cost high, you get a better result with a newer medicine, and that you need to compare. So if you are using this research and the statistics for the purpose of making only money and harming the population, then the purpose of life is not fulfilled. So it should be in line with that. So there could be a difference between ideal and practical ideal, right? And at this time, when there is a problem of borderline statistics and research, epidemiology are the thing which you will be able to apply and find out. See, there are two theories. One set of people says that the blood pressure range is little bit now lowered. Initially, it was 140, then it is 130, then 120, something like that. Initially, it was 95, now 90, now 85, something or 80, like this. And some people say, now this is good because we need to have a better life, etc. So, statisticians are one, along with epidemiologists, can find out what is the real borderline. And it requires taking over a period of years, but you may not have that much time of 40 years, 50 years. So, just by now, within observation of just 1 year, how you can find out the borderline? That the longitudinal follow-up, if you don't have multiple slices of the committee observation, can lead you to find out the borderline. And now, this is something which you should write down in piece of paper or in your mobile somewhere. This is a web of causation. You take one question over here, whatever may be the question or a problem, ask 5 times why, and that will lead you to web of causation. Uh, so I think it is a time for you to write something in a chat box that which problem you will take as a for the preparing web of causation. See, if you prepare a web of causation, then you will have multiple factors affecting a single problem. And if you want to prevent it, or if you want to treat the condition, and where you should be taking action. This is very important. I think most of you have not prepared web of causation in your lifetime. But then there is a first step if you want to apply some research that you need to identify which problem you would like to attack. And once you want to attack that problem, you want to reduce that problem, you want to prevent the problem, you want to cure that problem, you should prepare web of position at least one in a lifetime. Suppose if you are taking a problem as a malaria, right? Then you ask why malaria? Then the answer may be it may be because of the malarial parasite, malarial parasite. But that is not the sufficient cause. There may be a reduction in immunity along with that. Now, these 2 points, then again you ask question why malaria parasite and why low in the immunity? Ask this question multiple times, and at the top you'll find the reasons. For example, malaria is present because mosquito production is more. Malaria patient was not treated perfectly. Then you say why perfect treatment is not treated. Maybe because of lack of medical education, maybe because of the lack of patient satisfaction, maybe because of resistance malaria. You say why mosquito breeding, then you may say that maybe the logging, water logging is there. Then the why water logging? If you ask this question, I'm sure that if you ask this question 5 times, at the top there may be common reasons. And based on this web of position of multiple problems, the computer will tell you which are the key factors which should be addressed to this. Now, after the why, we'll go to the next thing, but at least write down one problem in your day-to-day life which you come across, for which you need to write down web of position, prepare web of position, and ideally, if you make a group of 4 or 5 and do this exercise, that will be much better, right? Because not only you are going to write, but then what is the attributable risk, or what is the attribution, or what is the contribution of that factor in causation of a particular problem? That is the role of statistician, to find out how much is the problem because of particular factor. And if you remove that factor, what will be the reduction of the chances of causation in a particular individual? And when you go for population attributable risk, at that time, if you remove that factor, how much reduction in the incidence will be there in the population? So this kind of thing can be done if you know something about web of position and also statistical methods. So I request all of you, if you are here, if you are listening me, write down at least one problem which comes into your day-to-day life. I will wait for just a minute for your response. I hope I am audible. I hope you are listening. At least someone should respond. Any problem? For example, it's a forensic medicine. During post-mortem, you might have some problem because body is desiccated. That's why there's a difficulty in doing the post-mortem. Something like this, right? Or drowning may be the thing. Or the police problem may also be there. If you are for example, cancer, working with the cancer, a particular type of cancer you want to do the study, right? So at least write some problem if you are listening to me. Suchi, are you there? As a student, you are also, you can write name of some disease also. If you doesn't write in chat box anything, yeah, neurological deficit, post-cancer therapy, wonderful. Yes. And you will be then maybe making a chart web of position, or you can take any other thing also over a period of time. Richa, can you write down something? Any problem you can write over here? Okay, at least you write your name over here so that I know that whether you are listening or not. Write down your name. Write your name in chest box. Chat box. Yes, uncontrolled diabetes. Very good. Yes. Anyone else? At least write down your name. Okay. I hope that you are listening to me. We'll go to the next slide. Other thing is, next thing is, so what? Suppose there is a one thing is malaria is in between, and there you have prepared the web of causation. But then, because of malaria, what happens? Because of malaria, there will be absenteeisms in the industry. There will be school absenteeism. Then there will be expenses for the medication, etc. So if you say if absent in the school, so what? So there will be a lack of education. Then because of lack of education, what will happen? There may be a poverty. Because what will happen? The malnutrition, something like that. So if you prepare why and so what, lot of things can be done. So wherever you are working with the any problem under the investigation, under the research, you start with this why and so what. Find out the various literature on that, and that will be much better. Wonderful. Toxicity of chemotherapy in cancer. Yes. So five times why, five times so what. Problem is the center, and it will open up a lot of horizon for you to lot of the research projects you will be able to write. Now, once you know the reasons why it occurs and it what will the impact on the society, and then you want to solve the problem. So collectively, how we can solve the problem and how can I do this? That discussion should go on, and the research will automatically come out. Yes, time since death is also very important thing. Uh, Now, I will narrate a story of the doctor, how the research comes. A research which is a path-breaking research all over the world. First time it has been done. A doctor was going in a meeting in a village at late night, and he was not able to see the path while going to the parking area of vehicle. So he followed the villagers who were comfortable walking the path at night. So doctor himself was not able to see at night, was suffering from night blindness. If doctor was not aware about night blindness, how do we think of the poor people? Why this night blindness the doctor? Was it a poor diet? Why late detection? And so many accidents are occurring at the night. How we can find out the night blindness? So, uh, another example, in a village, people were coming back before 5 p.m. When the doctors were going to the village, and when it was asked why you are coming back so early, say that we can't see at the night. And when they were given a vitamin A dose, most of the people started looking at night. So the problems when we look closely, then we can find out the solution. The why is very important, and so what is also important. Then you can find out the solution. And this is the basis why how we could find out the vitamin A deficit detection instrument. This is nutrition software for the people. And now I'm just this is a slide, and I will switch over to another slideshow. We want to integrate the homeopathy, universal healing, and all others, Unani, etc., modern medicine, there's allopathic, Ayurveda, and naturopathy, human health care, best of all and worst of none. And for that, we require a detailed database and detailed research, which one is working, which combination. And for that, also, all of you can join in this research, which we started in 1991. So I will be presenting another the slides, just changing over to that. This is a whole set of the files and folders, etc. will be shared with you, which you can go anytime. And So now, before I go to the core topic, let me complete the story. What happened with vitamin A deficiency? Then gradually, the doctor was myself. I thought for last 37 years, what is to be done? For last 6 years, I'm intensively doing research on that vitamin deficiency. Ultimately, we developed an instrument in which you can create darkness. Not only that, you can keep it something like e-paper inside where you can change from outside. We kept a lux meter, millilux meter inside, kept a LED, and we measure how much light is required by an individual to see the object. So we call it as a bright vision detector, bright vision. If you can identify the object in the very little amount of light, your eyesight is better. And if the retinol level is adequate, there will be adequate level of the rhodopsin in the eyes, and then you'll be able to see with a minimal amount of light. This is how we found out the latest instrument, first time in the world, to find out whether the person is suffering from vitamin A deficiency or not. People say that there are multiple other reasons why people can't see in the dim light. But yes, this can also be covered by giving just a single dose vitamin A. After 1 week, again you the test because it's non-invasive, you need not take a blood, and you can confirm whether it was vitamin A deficiency or something else. This kind of innovation can occur provided you identify the problems and you are willing to do the solution. And that's why what is required is epidemiological glasses. The goal is manage the complexities of public, private, and political systems and also to develop, implement, analyze, and evaluate diverse health and health related policies and programs. It's a larger goal. Stepwise systematic understanding all the three subjects. What we are going to do, epidemiology, in nutshell, basic of it, then basics of statistics, and basic of research method. This will be understanding better provided you come out with your problems also or with your small data. Even you have collected data of 10 or 15 or 20 individuals, we start doing analysis. By the end of the session, we should be able to at least be aware that there is some WHO software known as AP Info, which you should install before our second session on Friday so that you can start using that simple tool to analyze the data. For a simple analysis, you need not take a help of statistician. Yeah, for the complex analysis, you need to do. And all of you have access to computers. All of you have access to the database also. And I see to it that unless you do some kind of homework, at least a data analysis, then it will be difficult for you to afford or to give a certificate. Then there will be simple decision making flowchart so that you can find out which statistical test to be used. There will be standard of difference between two mean. There will be standard of difference to proportion, standard proportion, standard of mean. So many things are there. F test or T test or chi-square test. Which test to be applied where? For that, we have very simple flowchart. Whether you have one sample with population, you have two samples, multiple samples. The variable is a continuous measurement variable or is a category variable. Once you know these two things, you know which test to be applied. And in a API info, which command should be used. Once you know this, it becomes so easy. And I will say that the EpiInfo software is a very good appetizer and motivate participant to work automatically in that direction. There is a program generator. You can prepare your own software also without the help of any programmer. And also day-to-day reports also you can generate. It's that easy. Now, this is important. All participants are expected to keep the data sets for better understanding. You should have some kind of data. You know, I don't want to know any data. At least collect data of 5 patients, 10 patients, name, age, gender, what problem the person was having, from how many days, what is the age of the patient. Even such simple data, if you collect for 10 patients, 15 patients, if you keep the data in the Excel sheet, it will be easier. And if possible, try to join not with the mobile, but with the laptop. So at the end or before. So next time our session will be 7 to 8 p.m. After 8 p.m., you can continue to use your the software, etc. And in the mobile will not be very useful as you need to work with statistical software. So for 1 year, we will have hand holding after the course is over. Course is over, but so many students asking me till today also that this is a problem. How do I proceed? Now the whosoever knows the computer and the English language can attend this course. Now this sensitivity and specificity. This video is already available on YouTube that I will share with you, and whenever the time is there, you can go through that. Now, this is something critical review and scientific writing. In our previous batch, we had a very good discussion. They started sharing their project proposal, which we each other together try to give a critical input so that they can have a better project. So it is good that if you are writing some project or if you can the discuss with all of us, that will give a better result. So certificate will be awarded once you have fulfilled the criteria. Now, I will show you something on AP Info software so that uh, you will understand how we are going to learn that. This you can download from the WHO website, who.int or CDC website. Once you install, there will be two things. One is file, another is folder. I'm not trying to teach AP Info right now. I'm just trying to expose you that something like this software is available. This AP Info software in which you have the create forms, enter the data, analyze the data, right? So I'm starting with analyzing data. There's already data set is given for you to analyze. And the best part of this software is they have already given us data set for learning purpose. And AP Info help also you will get a lot of insight. So today I'm not teaching you the software, I'm just giving you a highlight. You need to select some read file and then there's the projects and WHO has given so many things for you to ready-made projects are there. I'm just taking sample and sample project file. Uh, anyone is having a birthday in month of December? Yeah, anyone is having birthday in month of December or January? I need to know your birth date, your birth date, please. And you might be aware that as per the birth date, there is a requirement of the nutrient. The Suzler is a scientist who have found out this, and we need to challenge whether this is true or not. Can you write down your birthday, please? And collectively, we can do this research whether this thing is good or not. Someone in the August they need a MacForce or something like that. November 29, May, 3rd January, 3rd January. Okay. Anything else? 3rd January. Yeah. Hmm. So, okay, let's see that in 3rd January, uh, 3rd January is the nearest birth date to this.
Mine is 11 December.
11 December. Okay. Who was your name?
Richa.
Richa. So let's say that on 11th, 11 December, maybe tomorrow, we all go to the Richa's place and we are together around 75 people. And then we'll see what happens. This 75 people going to Richa's place and enjoying a party. Let's see the name of 75 people we want to see. Very interesting. And there was a delicious dish offered by Richa. And then the dish name is this, no? Bacon, spinach, mashed potato, cabbage, jello, etc., etc. So many things were there in the menu. But unfortunately, what happened that few of them fall ill. Just and we'll see the frequency, how many fall ill. So 46 people fell ill after the party. I I don't say that it will happen. I'm just joking. So 75 out of people who took a part in the food, and the 46 were having suffering from some or other kind of food poisoning. 29 were not. Now we want to find out what could be the reason. So AP Info will tell you all the frequencies. You just press OK, and you will have lot of data. All the 75 records are analyzed. All the variables also get analyzed. Male, female, for example, 44 female, 31 male. Then the how was the backed hem was taken by 46, no by 29, spinach 42, 43, like this. All this data is now available. Now, if I give this raw data to you, and I will tell you start going analysis, it may take a lot of time. While we just use one command and you will be able to know what could be the reason. I'm going for one command that outcome variable is illness. That we want to find why that illness, right? Of course, in actuality, we can use multiple permutation combination. Initially, you need to do 2 by 2 table, etc., which we'll learn. But this is for the demonstration purpose. Somebody took a cabbage salad, somebody took a coffee, then also jello, and we also find out whether male female ratio is that effective or not. Somebody took rose. Anybody liked vanilla? So if you took vanilla also, milk and chocolate, somebody took a brown bread, something like this. Now, I'm asking a computer, please analyze and tell me which were the factors affecting the health of the people. So, in just few seconds, it gave you the wonderful results. It's so easy and interesting in no time. It tells us that the cabbage salad, look at this p-value. I will tell you what is a p-value. But if p-value is less than 0.05, p-value less than 0.05, actually, p is the probability of occurrence of event by chance. You may not open up your mic, but at least spell out at your place that I will slowly speak like a children. P is probability of event occurring by chance. So, if I say that this event occurred, so is that by chance or because of some reason? It was by chance, that means not significant. Not by chance means significant. Whether there was a significant contribution or not. So if a p-value is 0.73, that means cabbage not contributing too much, coffee not contributing, jello not contributing, because you see something over here. But if you look at the male-female ratio, it is a 0.02. And if you look at the odds ratio point, it's the reverse. Male is upside, female is down, and it is a 0.2. That means male are 0.2 times the more affected. That means the female are more affected, and it is significant. So one of the cause could be the gender. The females are relatively more affected. Other thing is, you look at the rolls, no roll, then the chocolate, whiskey, ice cream, etc. Even if you look at the odds ratio, it is a 40 for the vanilla. And if you look at the p-value less than 0.00001, that means the most the causative agent or causative factor should be a vanilla, which causes a havoc in this party. So that I doesn't mean that you should not go for vanilla ice cream, etc. It's just an example. That out of so many factors, how can I find out which one is the most important factor? And if you remove that factor, then you will have a lot of advantage. So this is how we are going to use the AP Info software, and there will be a smaller the tables also. Exposure is, for example, coffee versus illness. Just press thing and you will get table along with the chi-square values. All this data analysis will know how to interpret all these things. But before I close this AP info, just tell me, you can either ask a question or you just respond, do you like it or not? Either you answer this or you can ask some question. Chat box, you need to be very active, get involved in this, then only there will be something like interactive sessions. You can write no also, right? And I'm sure that by next session, will be able to use this software. We'll start doing analysis. Even you can do the analysis for your friends. No problem, right? Okay, not waiting for others' answer. Now, there is a lot of other things also. If there is something to be compared, mean age of the sufferers, then you will be using the means command and illness. Then you will see the result. Those who suffered, their mean age was 39 years. Not suffered, mean age was 32 years. But that was not significant, right? Although it seems there's a difference of 7 years, but it's not significant. So you can't say that the old age people become more sick. It is there, observation is there, but it's not significant. This is how we are going to use AP Info software. Now, I will stop sharing it for a while. We'll discuss something. Now, I will ask you a question that there was a doctor, physician, a great physician. He came to me that, sir, there is a very strong correlation between serum, the glycosylated hemoglobin, and urinary creatinine in liver. I repeat, he said that there is a strong correlation graph can be plotted whereby you can find out the correlation between the urinary creatinine level and glycosylation hemoglobin level. That means if you measure urinary creatinine, you need not do glycosylated hemoglobin. So, and the plot was very good, wonderful. So, if such data comes to you, would you agree to it or you will disagree to it? What do you say? You can write in the chat box, or you can open up your mic and tell me that. I repeat, he says that there's a clear-cut correlation between urinary creatinine level and glycosylated hemoglobin level. Why we should go for glycosylated hemoglobin? We can find out urinary creatinine level and then can say that this much is the glycosylated hemoglobin. Should we agree to such data? Yes or no? You can open up your mic and tell me. Yes? If you have not understood the question, you can tell me I have not understood the question. What do you say? You will accept? You will stop doing a glycosylated hemoglobin level? So, AP info was used, statistical analysis was done. Yes, other reason because of the age factor. Age was a confounding variable which was affecting glycosylated hemoglobin and also affecting the urinary creatinine level. And because of age, both were increasing, and that's why it was spurious correlation. So when with AP info we remove the confounding variable effect and we standardize the analysis, there is no effect. So such wrong interpretation should not be there, and that's why we are using the various statistical methods. So in your case also, if you are doing some data, you should know which are the input variable, which are the output variable, which are the compounding variables. Once you know this, it will be better to do the data analysis. Now, you can ask me any question. You can open up the mic and tell me because I may not be able to see the chat every time. But then, can anyone? Any question? All of you should ask at least one question. One question, 10 marks. Yeah, come out. Anyone? No question means no. Involvement.
Sir,
Yeah,
sir, how much would be the accuracy of the software which you were showing?
AP info.
Yes, sir.
AP info software is 99.99% accurate because it is a mathematical based software and statistics. Here we need to differentiate between statistics and the mathematics. Mathematics 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. That is mathematics. Plus, if something is near to 1 and add something near to 1, it will be near to 2, but not exactly 2. So this software based on the statistics, we use question like this: how much the statistics is true? So in a particular patient, it may fail, but it's the science of probability, right? So this software is wonderful. The interpretation, statistical interpretation may be wrong in a particular case, but we know that what is the wrong, in how many percentage. If you say that 95%, right, probably 95, what does it mean? 5% time you may be wrong, but we accept that. But we need to have some kind of conclusion. So whenever we say that probability p value is less than 0.05, that means that 95% of the time is like this, less than 5% it will be like this. So when we talk about p value, we will understand that statistics will never tell you 100%. Never. It can go up to 99.999%, but not 100%, right? That may be the thing.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Any other
Thank you.
question?
Thank you.
Now,
Hello, sir. Hello.
now these are the certain points which you should remember. If you have a question, you can ask me question in between. I'm just going through slides, but you can interrupt me. You should make wherever you are make a groups to understand the subject, right? From the different branches. Then I'm talking that as if you are working with the UG students or a PG students. Then ask them to take a different country, say USA, Canada, India, Pakistan, Bangla, like this. Or within India, you can have take a different state or different district. Try to compare the various data, birth date or mortality rate, or for example, in case of forensic medicine, postmortem, what are the causes of death in postmortem? You have done a postmortem of 100 people. What are the causes in Bombay? What are the causes in Ahmedabad? Like this, right? So multi-centric research study will be much better. Then you can allocate the topics for compilation on the various the topics can be distributed, right? And or you can take some ebooks, some sub chapters you can also contribute, and they come together. Then you can have a ebook out of that. Then there is something like advanced studies in epidemiology method. So my age is 63 years. I'm fond of teaching the subject that I'm teaching. I don't say that I know the all advanced studies, etc. But those youngsters in the group right now, like the Suchi, for example, she should aim that I will someday learn advanced statistics, or try to negotiate or discuss with the station that in the world there are thousands of variables. How can we use the big data for that? How can we prepare a predictive the AI use of the prediction of the health, prediction of the illness. That with help of that, at age of I'm at the age of 63 years. What is the probability that I will die at the age of 64 years or 69 years, 90 years, something like that? What is the probability I will have suffering from future some of the disease? Say, for example, from the Palmer crisis itself, you can correlate with the diseases. The palmistry is one science, and the our medical is one science. Let us make it together and form fingerprint that is related to the DNA. DNA is related to the disease. This is how there could be interface. So advanced testing will be used for this kind of things. And some of you can find out the funding agencies, CSR funds, government schemes, so that you can do collectively the research. You can really do the multicentric research, and some of you can do the innovative ideas. And uh, some of you can help me in evaluating the course. What went wrong? For example, on the very first day, instead of 7, the lecture was taken a 1 hour delay. That is a one kind of evaluation of the things, right? Or something like on the very first day, there was AP info was shown, right? Something like that. And last but not the least, purpose of life. Don't forget to reflect on purpose of life. And this statistics and epidemiology will really help you in that. And there's something like One Health. One Health, I'm talking of human health, but ultimately is the One Health. Is each and every molecule of the world, they're related to each other. So why not the human beings at least relate to each other? And we try to help each other rather than if you have this philosophy, the malpractices which is going on at various places can be cut down much better way, right? So let's hope that the epidemiology is a science of the distribution it determines, uh, which will be applying in the field of health and disease both. Initially, it was for the purpose of the finding out disease. What are the distribution determinants of disease? Now, even for the health, we are using it. Why these people are healthy? Why these people are not healthy? Right? And in the statistics is a science of probability. We collect the data, we find out the conclusion, and for the result, we say that whether this is the chances of this happening or this inference is true or not. How far this is true, that we are doing it. And research, we finding out something. The thing is existing, but we bring it to the surface. See, this is the thing. For example, the you say the iron folic, etc., but iron is now not working. So what to do? So you can go to the table, the periodic table. In periodic table, along with the iron, what are other things? Is there a zinc also? Is there is a other things? So you try to add this, and then you get a better result. So you can use the periodic table. Of course, it was existing, but you have brought out to the surface for the common man. So periodic table is very, very essential in learning the status, the learning the health, and your statistics application and research will help you which which metal or which the carbon, hydrogen, etc., can be used in which formula. Not only pharmacologists, but others can also use periodic table for the purpose of health. So that's the very complex subject, but that can also be studied with statistics. So, and next time, what I will do, uh, our next session will be all the two things will be there. Epidemiology will be talking a little bit, then statistics will be doing something, and then we will try to utilize this. So I expect that you the install the software VP-Info in your laptop or a computer. We'll share you the link to do that. Until then, you can use the WHO website also, and then try to learn how to use AP-Info. Any question? I think you should be at least asking question in the group at least. It is open for all you to share.
Hello.
Somebody, Richa has not introduced yourself. Have you introduced yourself?
Hello. Hello.
Dr. Pooja is also not introduced. Rahul is also not. If you have not introduced yourself, please introduce yourself so that I know whom I am talking.
So myself, Dr. Richa Changulani, I'm working as Associate Professor in the Department of Community Medicine, Gajra Raja Medical College, Gwalior. And just to revise and renew my knowledge, I'm attending this course to
Just
help my
trying
student
to.
and myself.
I'm trying to retire after my 25th batch, and somebody takes over. So people like you in community medicine together around 4 to 5 can take over this as a faculty. It will be very good because it will be much advanced, much better for the people to take over. Anyway, let's hope that next 26th batch, some of you could be one of the faculty. Very good, welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Uh, Rahul, can you introduce yourself?
Hello. I am Dr. Rahul, sir. I am from Jipnor.
Mhm.
Completed my 3 years in radiation oncology.
Your specialty?
Radiation oncology.
Acha, radiation oncology. Very good. Yeah. Uh,
I want to know how AP info is so distinct from SPSS and data.
so Stata requires a little bit of use of commands, right? That's why
Yes, yes.
also Stata and SPSS are for advanced statistics. They are, I would say, much better than AP Info, but everybody would not afford those software. And when you use the pirated software, pirated version, you cannot write in the books. So
Oh,
I would even within the Stata and as SPSS, for example, Stata has more flexibility because it is a command base, right? While the SPSS is like IP info, but more advanced thing. See, if you want to have 40 by 40 tables, 600, 1600 tables, SPSS will give in minutes, while AP info take a little bit time. But AP info is a free software from WHO. The very good manuals are there. That is the only advantage of AP info. And
okay.
SPSS will not give you inbuilt all those, no, if you want to have automatic the data, the output, for example, reports, dashboard, etc. That is not inbuilt feature of SPSS. While the AP info gives in an easier manner. The SPSS requires a little long time. In this AP info, you will see that within a single to 1 or 2 sessions, you will be able to learn. So those who are already using SPSS, they may not learn AP info, but the UG students, for example, PG students at that level, basic statistics, that will be much better.
So
So,
thank you.
and
Thank you.
the beauty of this our the discussion part would be even for example you are using your various method of radiology etc. You have a very good patient database. Somebody is responding good, somebody is not responding good way. So was there a problem in radiation in a treatment, or was there a problem with the patient factors? That kind of discussion will be very useful for us. Uh, Dr. Pooja, have you introduced yourself?
No, sir. Good evening, sir.
Mm.
I'm Dr. Pooja, from Junior Resident, second year from Department of Community Medicine, Gajrataja Medical College, Gwalior. Sir,
Okay.
yes, sir. So I
So,
joined the course to
mm,
learn the softwares and statistics, how to analyze and all.
yes, good. And see, there is nothing like special about it. So, whatever material I share with you, I
Yes,
hope that you can share with the thousands of people. Today, I am going to set a very simple software, nutrition software. Of
sure.
course, we charge 800 rupees, but then if you use the promo code which I'm sharing, it will be free of cost. And that also you can share with thousands of people. So let's together find out something which is useful for the humanity.
Yes, sir.
If there's no question, we can stop it. Any question? Okay, thank
So
you.
once we download the Epi Info software, if
Hmm.
in that case we find any difficulties, then we can ask in next session.
Next season also in between, also in group, you can chat. No problem. So that each learns from each other, right? So I could not download the info software. Where is the link? Something like that.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
And I'm just a facilitator. By now, after 25th batch, my next idea is that the youngster of the group should go for the advanced statistics, right?
Sure.
And that will be multi-physics sampling technique, multi-step stage sampling technique, and then there is something like the even for the p value now people don't consider p value. People go for the p range of the p value. They don't understand one value like this. There's so many advances are there in it. And the best book, if you want to refer in statistics, best book till today is a short textbook of statistics by A. B. Hill. I will write in chapter A. B. Hill. A. B. Hill. Wonderful book. Wonderful. And see, certain formulas, even I don't read certain formula, I remember just based on the understanding. At this age also, I don't want to, what is standard difference between two proportions, the formula, standard difference to mean formula. All this formula I have understood and then teaching the people. So if sometimes I thought that a- at one point of time, what we were using 3 days continuously, we were taking this topic, 3 continuous days. But there was no problem. People, most of the people like it. Unfortunately, in this era of this online, at least I'm not enjoying the teaching part of it, right? Because the interaction after 1 hour, then you go back, I go back. That continuous 8 hours, 3 days, it's like you grasp the subject. You need not read any time in your life. I would say that easy the statistics in April is that easy. So you can ask question in there. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.